Welcome to Rom Wills, Money Matters, Black Vegan Restaurants. Black vegan restaurants. Now, people will say, hey, black vegan restaurants? You know what? That's an industry to pay attention to, specifically black vegans. Because first of all, that's a growing community. I'm going to tell you what, just as an aside, the best way to build a business is to serve a particular community. And, you know, especially with social media now, you could have a global community. Like, like say the skateboard subculture. And I've talked about that before in one of my earlier videos. You have a whole industry just around skateboarding, not just the actual skateboards, but clothes, styles, everything. Probably have music and stuff. You can make a lot of money in a particular subculture. A growing subculture is the black vegan community, because it's more than just eating, but it's also a political and social thing. You know, it's a lifestyle and stuff. And I was checking out a video. It was on a website called, it was on a page called Black Excellist, something like that. I don't have it right in front of me, but I'll put a link for it in the description box. And they were talking about the top 20 black vegan restaurants, which ironically, they ain't even put it on the ones that, well, I knew one, I knew one of the, I met one of the owners, and then I knew another owner on there. I knew another owner, like the Land of Kush. I've met him a few times, ate there. We know each other by face. And then the Vegan Cafe in North Carolina. I know that brother. So, you know, and then there's been plenty. And that's one of the things I've seen, like in the Baltimore area and also the DC area. Like in the DC area, I've known and ate several times at E Life restaurant in Capitol Heights, Maryland, also the one in Tacoma Park. And I'm going to tell you what, they stay in business. It's something to look into. I'm going to tell you what, it's something to look into. One thing, because they talk about the growing vegan population in the United States, is actually largely African American. Yeah, you definitely have people of other races in there, but we're talking other races, other Americans. You're talking maybe 3% of the population identifies as vegan or vegetarian. Yet they estimate that 8% of the African American population is vegan or vegetarian. And it's steadily growing because you have a whole lot of people who aren't fully vegan, but they will eat vegan food. Like I'm gonna be real. If I live closer to some of the vegan restaurants, like if I was living in the DC area, I would pretty much almost eat vegan every day. I would eat vegan every day. Please. You know, shit, I love it that much. It's just where I'm at. We don't have any vegan restaurants. And I'm going to be real with you. Even the vegan foods, yeah, you know, Impossible Burgers, yeah, that's coming up. But it's not the same, especially as a black vegan restaurant, because they'll have all that soul food and everything. Like E Life restaurant in Capitol Heights, Maryland. You don't know. If somebody didn't tell you that wasn't meat, you might not know it. And the food is good. That food is good. The stereotype of some vegan being like, you know, scrawny or something, not any weight. I was like, please, you ain't seen the people going in and out of there. But I'm going to tell you what, it's a business area to pay real attention to, because I'm going to tell you what, the one thing people have to do is eat. That's the one thing people have to eat. People have to eat, you know. Yeah, you got that, you know, rare person on some serious, you know, a serious diet or something, or it's saying, well, I only drink water. Okay, more power to them. The rest of us got to eat. And you're talking about something, I'm going to tell you what, a restaurant, even if it's not a vegan restaurant, that makes money. That makes money. That's why you, in the United States, you have when you have ethnic groups that come over, the first things they do is a restaurant and a grocery store. That's how important it is. That's how key it is. And you have a growing community. You have a growing community because I remember in the Baltimore area, there was a sister. Her name was Sky Davis, and we were real close. She'd been over to the house and eat and everything, close to the family. And she actually, at one point she had 2 restaurants. But then even in the one of the restaurants she had, she also had some vegan products and stuff, and different butters, body lotion, stuff like that. Because there's a lot of secondary and tertiary businesses that vegans are into. They're more into like natural skin stuff, like the personal skincare and all of that. Money, tend to want to wear their hair natural, particularly Black vegans. Might be into certain types of jewelry, certain clothing styles. Oh, you get a whole lot. It's not just they just eat and go. It's a growing subculture. It's a growing subculture. Something for business, but the main thing is the food. Because if you look at any culture on the planet, the main thing is food, because that's the one thing. That's one thing that brings people together, how they eat. Like in DC, we have a good size Ethiopian community. And I remember when I was living in Arlington, Virginia, go to some Ethiopian restaurants. It was one place, they had 2 Ethiopian restaurants right next to each other. Now, normally that would be bad business, but both of them stayed crowded. The condo that we lived in, there was an Ethiopian restaurant next door. Now there's a big old either apartment building or condo in that spot, but it was an Ethiopian restaurant and grocery store right there. Like, food is important. I'm going to tell you what. If you want to get into business, if you have some type of food and you good at making it, you can make money. All you have to do is just keep your area clean. And indeed, some people, they start out maybe just catering or something. Because that's the one thing, like a restaurant or something, even if it's not vegan, the thing is, you have good food, that's a customer. Customers will keep coming back. If you get say you got a restaurant and you get, maybe just, you can start off small, maybe 200 or some customers that come back every week. Think about it. Say they spend $20 each, every time they come, like individually. And of course, more if they're in a group, but let's just use $20 and stuff. They come, every week? Shoot, that's $80 and stuff. And, shoot, hold on. Let me do some math. Let's see. Let me see. 20 times 200. That's 4,000. Times 4. Shoot, that's 16,000 a month. And I'm saying that's a base. Because, of course, you will still get other people. It depends on what your rent is and your expenses. But I'm saying just with a small group of people coming every week. And, of course, some people can get 200 in a day. So imagine. That's a lot of money there. And with the Black vegan community growing, if you got something that appeals to that community, that's a market right there. I want y'all to think about that. And just by the political nature of many Black vegans, they will be quick to buy Black as long as it's a good product. I want y'all to think about that, all right? So anyway, that's all we have today. Y'all know the deal. Let's go make that money.